Jump out of the car and run up to the door, and it has its sign that says it's open. That's good news. Right below it is a sign that says, sorry, we are all out of coffee. I'm just thinking, I don't even have words to say. What do you say? How can you possibly be all out of coffee? Well, absolutely central to everything that we are is this defining reality. As a follower of Jesus, if I'm a genuine follower of Jesus, I have the Spirit. The Spirit is in me. To think of a Christian who doesn't have the Spirit is more bizarre even than thinking of a Starbucks that has no coffee. What's the point? So here's the question to make it more personal. Is the presence and power and activity of the Spirit defining for you? Can somebody be around you and not know the Spirit is in you? And if so, how's that even possible? How can you hang out the open sign and say, but there's no Spirit here? One word is expecting, and the other word is accepting. Expecting and accepting. Am I expecting the Spirit of God to work? Am I ready for that? Am I looking for that? Am I open to that? And because He's sovereign, His choice is always the defining choice. And one of the mistakes that I can make in seeking to be open to the Spirit is to be open to certain things from the Spirit, but not other things from the Spirit, which is not to be open to the Spirit at all. It's saying to Him, I want you in my life, but not really you. In 1 Thessalonians 5, chapter 5, verse 19, it says, do not quench the Spirit. Don't quench the Spirit. How? Don't despise prophecies, but test everything. Hold fast what is good. Abstain from every form of evil. Don't quench the Spirit by being a scoffer, by being cynical, by being dismissive of what He's doing. Well, anytime that I am cynical or skeptical or closed off to the idea that God might break in some disruptive and unexpected way, I'm shutting down the work of the Spirit. And He says, don't do that. Be open to the Spirit by expecting Him to work and letting Him work. That's not the way God works. The infinite God is actually in me and actually wants to communicate with me and interact with me and break into my life in a whole variety of ways. And some of those ways are very disruptive, and some of those ways are much more mundane, if I can use that word about God. And that's all Him. And I'm supposed to enjoy Him in that. I'm supposed to respond to Him in that. I'm supposed to partner with Him in that. I'm supposed to experience Him in that. And an openness to the Spirit says, maintain an expectancy. Don't shut that down. I have to cultivate an attentiveness to the Spirit's work in my life. By the way, you know, that's a really good understanding of spiritual disciplines. Tools to cultivate attentiveness to what the Spirit is doing in my life. Another one is how you engage with Scripture and reading it relationally. Always start by saying, what did the author intend for the original audience to understand, and what does that mean? But then, what else might God be saying is a legitimate question. Somewhere between naivete and cynicism is actual biblical experience of God that is vibrant and real.